And I really hope you see my point. So let's talk about starting pitching. Charlie Morton has reported to spring training, and that's already more than what Cole Hamels did last year. Just going to say it because I know you guys are thinking it. He came out in an interview this week, and it was really good to hear from him. Obviously, he played with the Braves back in the late 2000s, and if you may remember seeing him in 2017 as a member of the Astros, who of course won the World Series that year, but do you remember who recorded the last out that year? It was actually Charlie Morton and Brian McCann, former Brave. Regardless of how you feel about that World Series, you guys know how I feel about it. This is something worth noting. Brian McCann, who we all love, I think, if we're honest, encouraged Charlie Morton to sign back with Atlanta. What I found interesting was the reason. It was not the team. It was not the young players. It was not the coaching. Because frankly, Charlie Morton sort of knew all that. He knew it was an exciting place to be. He knew that, the coach. He knew who the coaches were. He's been with Snicker before. He's actually been with Rick Kranitz too, in Philadelphia actually. So what was interesting to me was that Brian McCann encouraged him to sign back with the Braves because of the minor league, the major league, and I would even say the spring training facilities. So I know that the minor leagues is not really relevant to this conversation, but you go look at the Braves facilities, all right? They were all a factor in bringing in Charlie Morton. So you remember what I said the other day about, the Braves being an attractive organization, right? You got a hot team, you got a brand new stadium. That matters. And this is just one of the things I'm talking about. I have been to, I believe, 18 Major League Baseball parks, okay? I've been to a lot of new stadiums. I went to Globe Life Field, last season. You guys were with me practically. So I've also been to some of the old ones as well. Fenway Park, Wrigley Field. Now don't get me wrong, I really love them. But they're older. I've also been to Tropicana Field, which is, widely considered the lowest point within Major League Baseball in terms of stadiums. But I personally really like it. But that's beside the point. So in a way, I've seen all the ups and downs, right? St. Louis is got a very nice stadium. I would say Milwaukee has a very nice stadium. The other one I would say has a very nice stadium is actually Houston. And hear me out here. That stadium is nice from every perspective. I actually toured it, right? I got to see all the underground stuff. I got to see the batting cages. Got to see, the under the ground stuff. I got to see where you come in, the field. It's all really nice. It's great from a fan perspective, but it's also good from a player's perspective. And you got to think Charlie Morton went from that to Tampa, right? So it's not like he's, he went from a really up here to a really down here. And look, personally, again, I really like the Trop more than a lot of other people do. But the facilities aren't there at a major league level in a lot of ways, at least compared to Houston, compared to Atlanta. So as much as they struggle to get fans, the stadium, it's just not that premier. So that being said, I think McCann influencing this decision says a lot about the facilities that the Braves have, and there's something to be proud of as an organization. So I would not be surprised if that's a factor, just inside baseball here for a second, I would not be surprised if that is a factor in negotiations and in the overall process, within a player of thinking where to go versus should I stay. We all know the debate with Marcell Ozuna, this offseason. Maybe he thought, I really like that park. I want to see some fans in it, but I really like that park. I really like the facilities. I like the coaches. I like the team. I like the young players coming up. And I was very successful here. So it's a good environment. And look, I love Wrigley Field. I love Fenway Park, even New Yankee Stadium. Anywhere that's Major League Baseball, I like them all pretty much. But there is a difference as a player. And out of all the parks I've been to, none mix a modern stadium and a classic vibe more than Truist Park. And I know that sounds real fan servicey, and I know that. But I'm telling you, it might be subjective, but it's true. And I can only tell you my opinion after seeing all of those. But Brian McCann, if you're watching this, I appreciate it. Keep that going. So getting Charlie Morton is obviously a win-win for both sides. It adds to the pitching depth, obviously, helps out starting pitching tremendously. And it also gives him a chance at a successful final run if he chooses to stay in Atlanta for the next couple of years, right? Charlie Morton also has a very good track record with teammates and coaches. He's not a guy that's going to come in and cause problems. He's a guy that's going to come in and do his job quietly and be successful, hopefully. Snicker saw Charlie in the minors, and Rick Kranitz, like I mentioned a minute ago, Braves pitching coach, also saw Charlie in Philadelphia, and they're all for Charlie Morton being on the Braves. So you got to think he's feeling at home. Speaking of feeling at home, the best way for you to feel at home on the baseball diamond is by designing your own custom glove. Okay? And to do that, to get your name and number monogrammed onto it, do me a favor, go check out Llerandi Gloves. These are high-quality gloves with about 18 colors to choose from, and the best thing about it is you won't break the bank buying them. So go check it out, www.llerandygloves.com, phone number on the screen right there for a list of options, prices, and get your brand new high-quality custom glove today. I'll tell you, this company is a personal favorite of mine. I actually know the people that run it. I actually got a glove myself a while back. This one's on loan from my little brother right now. But look, this stuff is high quality. It's good leather. It is a really good glove, and you can customize them. That's what's so cool about it. You can get whatever color you want. Okay, go check it out. Tell them I sent you. The link is in the description if you're more interested. But go check it out. I would really appreciate it, and I know they would too. By the way, they want you to be just as happy with the glove as they are with your money. Go check